And we're live, everyone. Wait a minute. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. Oh my god. No, we're not doing this. No, we are not. Bad. Nightmare.
Slap.
Fire and lightning. Very, very frightening.
Yikes.
Gosh.
Now,
All right. So, do we need a little bit of a recap from last game? Or does everybody kind of remember what happened last time on Dragon Ball D&D?
we left Elturel and we got to Baldur's Gate and shit got real and we saw a dragon.
It was really cool.
Any other details that people remember?
We have to meet our contact is in the Elfsong Tavern, so we can get into the caravan that apparently will lead us to where the Harpers and the Order of the Gauntlet want us to go for where the Cult of the Dragon is funneling all their ill-gotten gains.
And
Go ahead.
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, and it has been 6 sessions since I last had inspiration.
I'm mad about it.
Congratulations. Would you like a cookie?
I think I've done pretty well without inspiration thus far.
Have you?
He's gonna give you a full star.
I was about to wreck your entire career.
Oh no.
I was just gonna say,
we
perhaps you
also-
should be more inspiring.
Let me
What
saw.
an inspiration to us all, Zach.
Oh, love you.
Go ahead, Ray. What was that?
Yeah.
What's up, Ray?
We also ran into some shady, like, vampire-esque character in the woods. Or Reyna did, at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, him.
Now,
He's
unconfirmed
totally a
whether vampire, dampier, whatever, it's unconfirmed what necessarily is. Party theorizes that it's like, he's not good. But he seems to have shown
He's
some interest in the party.
I know
and
what's
kinda-
wrong with it. He ain't got no blood in there.
Ain't got no gas in it.
He ain't got no blood. He been exsanguinated.
Fucking phlebotomist had an issue with that one.
Get the leeches.
The leeches.
Why? There's none in it.
Just comes with a bucket.
Oh, no.
But yes, you all made it to Baldur's Gate. Now, technically, you are not in Baldur's Gate proper. You are in the outer cities of Baldur's Gate currently. And actually, like, not too far away from the supposed town that apparently. Now, here's what I will say. Without looking it up, I will give about 5 to 10 seconds. Who could tell me what was the name of the guy who was talking to your party towards the end that you guys
Lord
think is a vampire?
Quitkeep.
Nope.
I just took
I
a
can't-
stab in the dark.
I remember it.
Whitby.
Nope.
Oh.
I can't remember my own name. You want me to?
I will type it out.
Oh, fair.
Lord
It was something
Chester's Honeysworth the Third.
weird. Excuse me.
Oh, just
I
a second,
don't
what's the
appreciate being yanked halfway across the map.
To the randomness.
I had the map all perfect and everything.
Well, that's Whitkeep is where you're coming, but you are very close in terms of that is where he is supposedly like in charge of things. Pretty much is just like that little small portion. But the outer cities are made of mostly a lot of not necessarily shanty towns, but like kind of more. It's like the difference between coming into a neighborhood that's been completely developed versus, say, one where it's like, oh, some people, it's a little bit like, spread out, feels a little bit more rural, like some people put some modular homes up.
Hovel.
No, not even hovel.
Oh.
Not where you are currently.
Mobile homes.
So, and so kind of as you're making your way through, Withers kind of just, like leans over, and he sniffs, and he goes, "Oh, he could smell the shit for fucking miles."
Ew.
Welcome to Baldur's Gate.
It doesn't normally smell like this.
Well, I think it's just because we're in the outer city, and then like Mostly cause, and then you see like a horse going by, just literally just, and it just onto the floor, and then continues propping away. That
Well, it's,
sort of thing happens.
well, it's no Elturel, that's for certain.
Nor is it Neverwinter, but I suppose it has its. She looks at the ground.
It gets,
Charms.
well, to be fair, we're not even in the city proper, so it gets better.
Okay. So, what's it like to be back in the city? Your home, Civ?
Grabbing Uber Eats.
Oh, how dare you? Okay,
Oh,
Civ.
did he say grabbing Uber Eats?
Mhm.
Yeah, BRB grabbing Uber Eats.
Oh,
Uberiets.
Uberiets. Uberiets charity.
Reina, Lara, what do you think of Baldur's Gate thus far, from what you've seen of it thus far?
I feel like I need to see more.
Fair.
Yes, it's kind of hard to make an impression. I mean, it's very impressive from far away.
I can't believe this is all there is.
What?
There's
That's
more.
a joke. Laugh, everyone! Laugh!
You hear,
Oh.
you heard some chattering from the fucking like cult.
Where are kobolds?
They're pretty much in the back of the like cart, pretty much.
Yeah.
One of them even says, "Brightside, I don't think we gotta hide like we did in Elturel."
It doesn't seem like anyone gives a damn about anything here, especially hygiene.
No, I do care, and I think we should have them in potato sacks.
What?
Individually
put out those
or like
potatoes,
together?
Like two in one sack, or both of them in their own individual sack?
That's what I said.
Sacking?
I want my own sack.
But I'm
I
trying to
have
say,
my own sack.
What I'm trying to say is that we need to cover them up. We can't have kobolds running around. Lower cover.
Why not? It's fun.
Oh.
Oh, I get
as-
it. I don't get it.
Mercenaries. Our cover
We
as,
do
you
not
know.
want aim and fist down on our necks.
Speaking of which, Reina, and Alka, are your badges hidden?
Yes,
Ah.
they are. Well,
I mean-
mine is anyway.
You're welcome to see if you can find it.
Can I
Did
see
you
it
put it
visibly
in
on here?
your prison pocket?
Maybe. Who
You hear-
wants to know?
You hear one of the both of the kobolds at the same time just say the usual, "What?
What? What?
What?"
I don't know what a prison pocket is, but I hear that everyone has one.
Well, when you
Can I
find
see-
out what it is, let us know, will you?
I will get on it at once. Detective Elkar, on the job.
God.
Alright, Alka, your volume level is up here right now. And you see Sphera, like, madly gesticulating in front of her. She's like, I need you down here.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Inside voices.
Inside voices. Got it.
You don't have to whisper.
Oh, okay.
Boy. There's no in between.
Not that I am aware of.
Okay.
So, do we want to stop making our way through?
I suppose.
If it'll alleviate the scent of shit, yes.
Be on the lookout for swarms of urchins. They will try and rob us.
He gestures specifically kind of like like the further away you get from the city proper, it's worse. You're kind of like in the sort of like, because slums aren't the right word. They're not that bad, but they're not great. But like things get better as you get closer to the city because you
So
start
it's
seeing
like-
where the.
So it's like 2010 Compton.
I guess that's that's the best I can kind of equate it to, maybe.
Okay, well then in that case, Sib is
This-
gonna put her in purse in her bosom, where she can keep it safe.
Her ample bosom.
Her ample bosom,
Quill
might I
get-
add.
Quill
And
is
she would
gonna
highly
have-
encourage everyone else to do the same.
Yeah, Quill's gonna hide her coin purse with Oswick.
Bless you.
That was the soundboard.
I was about to say, which one of you was that? Because that sneeze didn't sound like any of you.
Which hole did that come out of?
Yes.
Must have been with us.
I clicked it on accident and I was like, oh shit. I hope that's not like a really weird long one.
Ooh, long you say.
That reminds me, I'll tell you guys later.
Okay.
So, do we want to visit the Lord Chester's Honeyworth III?
Well, if he's on the way, it does make sense. After which, I would very much like to pay respects to my gaming.
I was going to suggest that after, actually.
Oh, well, look at that.
Right.
So-
She
Yep.
claps.
What's that?
I said Civ claps out of excitement. You can tell that she's, like, clearly swooning from being back in civilization. She's so excited.
Happy to be home.
Very much so. Oh, the scent of shit and piss and despair and lamb chops just does something to me.
I love lamb chops.
I'll be honest, I had a preconceived notion about the city, but I unfortunately think I was a little biased in my opinion. I haven't seen a single mugging yet.
Yet.
Wait, you preconceived notions? What?
I'm not always a paragon of virtue and altruism.
Don't worry, Quill. The operative word in your statement is yet. You haven't witnessed a mugging yet.
I thought I would sorry. I thought I would have witnessed one already, to be honest.
They're probably biding their time, waiting until our guard is down and we think we're not going to be mugged.
So,
Well, certainly do not keep your guard down. Not here.
you're kind of making your way through the outer city portion.
They're indeed
Is that-
making
is
our
that
way.
Is that correct?
Yes. Making my way downtown, walking
God.
fast, walking faster.
Somebody
Sorry.
roll me a D100.
Okay, I'm on it.
Oh no.
All right. Everybody roll me perception. I will give Civ advantage for this one.
Oh, turf!
Thank you.
So, the thing is that all of you except Quill seem to kind of notice that you've been trailed since you first entered through Wickkeep. It is a group of kids, seemingly eyeing you all up, trying to see maybe what loose items might be around, what kind of, things you might be bringing through the outer city that they might have a chance to pluck. Does anybody do? So that's Alcar, Lyra, Reyna, and Civ. Do any of you make it known that you can see them? Like, can kind of see them skulking about in the shadows?
Yes. Civ would make that, eyes gesture, like she puts both her fingers in her eyes and then extends them towards the urchin.
And Alcar just nods.
Reina's gonna be like, oh, how I loathe children. If one of them were to come near me, it would be super unfortunate if I just punched it in the face.
Not even punched them in the face, punched it in the face.
There's more than one, though, don't you see? Oh, I mean, If there were more than one, I'd use both hands.
These fists are rated E for everyone.
Exactly.
Fucking the kids kind of see this, and like the mixture of Civ kind of like doing like the little eye thing, and Reyna seemingly for no reason, saying what they may or may not do to a child should they come to cross paths with them or something. Decide that your party is not
It's not what?
not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Good
And
idea.
kind of
Yeah. You bet
scatter
your
about.
ass we're not worth it.
Why does sudden child hate, Reyna?
I don't like children. They're slimy.
Where did this come
I'm snotty.
You have sticky hands.
It's true. Foul
Where did this
creatures.
even come from, though?
You didn't see the children?
They were children?
Oh,
Oh my
goodness.
god.
Alcar just kind of looks at Quill.
I was too busy trying to avoid the shit.
You're in a cart. How do you need to avoid the shit?
Are we on the cart or are we on our foot?
You're on. I would say you were on the cart. Like
Okay.
you haven't dismounted yet.
Okay, Quill. In that case, Quill is instead just holding her nose, trying to beat back the smell of shit.
Oh, it's not that bad, you little baby.
Oh, trust
You.
me, it gets worse.
Does it? Oh, damn it.
Let's see.
I can handle this, but more? Come on, man.
You think conjuration would, give you some resistance to bad smells, but no.
Why would it give you resistance to bad smells?
Have you
You're
ever
just
wondered what?
continuing? The cart's just continuing while you're all talking,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Have you ever wondered what sulfur in the Nine Hells smells like?
You know, I haven't until now.
Do you know what sulfur smells like?
Kind of. We use it in smithing sometimes.
Rotten eggs. And brimstone smells just sulfur and brimstone smell very equally bad.
Alright. So, as you all continue making your way through, you pass what appears to be, and again, as you're kind of coming through, the smell of shit is starting to leave. The Oasis Theater, you pass by it. It actually looks quite nice. It looks like it has a couple of different productions going on at the moment.
Ooh, Reyna, do you want to go see a show?
It depends. What show are you interested in dragging me to?
Honey, I got a lobotomy. Sounds really fun.
Oh, God.
Oh, I've heard good things.
I mean, is that the only show happening right now, or is there another option?
Oh, I didn't get a good look at the other ones, but I'm sure there are plenty.
Right. Sure, why not?
I wonder what it would be like to be lobotomized.
I don't think
Are you
you want
following?
to know, darling.
No, tell us what it is like, Halka.
How would I know?
No reason.
Suspicious answer, but I won't question it.
I would.
Well, since we are near Weird Cape, perhaps this is a good place to try to scope around, see if anyone can point us towards this mysterious
Oh
love.
god, I'm sorry, I'll be back. I need to throw up.
What?
Was it the lobotomy?
I just think about me.
That was it. Sorry, we want to see if we can find information about Honeyworth.
Yes. I mean, he did seem interested in having drinks with us based on what Reyna told us.
Mm-hmm. He did invite us.
And actually, so I don't know if this is exactly where I said that you would all meet before, but I kind of like the idea of it and was thinking about it before the game. The meeting point would be the Oasis Theater,
Ooh,
Ooh.
should you all wish to go
Hmm.
there.
and it's in
Ah.
a little Kalimshan.
But I need to make sure it's clear also, he didn't put he didn't necessarily put any sort of time limit on it, or time specifically to come by. So, it's kind of go there when you wish.
Do we wish?
I think we should go. I mean, why not, right?
It's a potential lead. Leads mean money. A potential money, at least. Either way, I like it.
We're near there right now, so why not?
All right. Do we want to give it a couple minutes to wait for Elkar?
Yeah, please, I can get some water.
Yeah, everybody, take a second to just grab some water real quick, then, or
Yeah.
just
Mike-
just real quick. So,
What?
so I'm gonna go grab some water myself. So be right back.
As am I. I return.
Welcome back.
Thank you. What did I miss in the 5 seconds I was gone?
Literally nothing.
Good to know.
Back.
Welcome back.
We are big.
Yeah, and once everybody is back, regardless if Alcar is back, we'll continue.
Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Lyra, are you here?
Yes.
Quill?
I'm here.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna continue. Hopefully he's okay. So, upon arriving to the Oasis Theater, you notice that it's in a part called Little Kalimshan. I think is how you pronounce it. Let me make sure. It is pretty much, and it's one of the areas in the outer city that is walled off. It is, kind of rowdy, but like it is, so it's like rowdy and very lively. Everybody else outside kind of, it's not that it's not like lively or people aren't doing stuff, but it's noticeably different in here. It's not particularly friendly though. Like, people aren't exactly, coming out to dance and go, be our guest!
Oh, man.
Oh.
Keep your wits about you. Kalimshan is fun, but difficult at times.
Can I make a history check about Kalimshan?
On what basis?
Just would I recall any information about like the actual like region of Kalimshan? Just because it's called the Kalimshan, it's like, do I know where this is like the Kalimshites are from? Like what their culture's like?
Sure, go ahead and do a... It's very benign, so go ahead and do it at a disadvantage.
Okay. That's one, and defense Antidio. Oh.
Not really. It's not really something in your purview.
Okay. Wonder why it's all walled off.
It
So-
doesn't have a shit out.
And-
Smell.
No worries. But there aren't as many urchins here, I'll say as well. It's not as bad. So here, as you approach what appears to be the Oasis Theater, you notice that it kind of has, several different kind of performances on display as like, there's like sort of art to sort of advertise it. Everything from musical performance, burlesque shows, plays, acrobatic demonstration, dramatic, public offerings like, menageries of dangerous monsters, that kind of thing. You have a couple of plays going out, like Honey, I Got a Lobotomy. Apparently, the reviews are mostly positive on Rotten Cabbages.
Rotten cabbages.
Cabbages.
You do notice, unfortunately, Honey, I Lost My Testicles is unfortunately really low on the Rotten Cabbage scale, only scoring about 15%. And you also notice that there's like a guy who's like drawing these numbers on, like in time.
Yeah. Very slowly wipes up the number, adds a new one.
Occasionally, a rotten cabbage will get lobbed at him, and he'll nail him in the face, and he'll go like, "That's another number down," and he'll bring the rating down.
Oh God.
A menagerie. That sounds like Civ's thing.
Hey, why does it sound like my thing?
Because you're into men. I think. Aren't you? Why are you laughing?
It's like a cough.
Do you need to
I think
see a
he's having
doctor?
another one of them aneurysms.
Oh.
You'd think I'd be dead from those by this point.
Withers kind of like leans the cart over and like kind of pulls it over to the side. Want me to keep the cart, watched over while you all go in and have yourselves a fun time?
What, you
Yes,
don't want
but
to
they
watch
have-
people being lobotomized?
Saw it before.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
Wait, one more thing, Withers. Perhaps it's safe to take the cart to the lower city. I'd stay clear of Kalimshan and the outskirts.
Lower city. Do you want me to meet you all at the Basilisk Gate?
That will be best.
He nods. Carts aren't allowed past the gates. That's why I say that. So I'll meet you all at the Basilisk Gate. See if I can find somebody that'd be willing to house our cart, along with
And
our
a horse.
and our. And he looks over at the two sacks that are kind of like bumbling around.
Can we name the horse Jeffrey?
No, he already has a name.
What is his name?
Richard.
Oh, Richard, that's right. Hello, Richard.
He just pats Richard on the face.
Fucking no.
Fucking no.
All right. With that, Withers goes and takes the cart to the Basilisk Gate, which is, if anybody who is unfamiliar, if you look kind of towards Baldur's Gate proper, it's right next to where it says Lower City to the right.
Yeah.
So he will be there. It seems that currently there is a showing happening right now of I can't believe it's not a dwarf.
It's probably a halfling.
Or a gnome. You're a gnome, aren't you, Quill?
Yes, but gnomes tend to be a little smaller than both dwarves or halflings, so...
Gnomes are smaller than halflings?
Yes?
Oh, so you're like a quarterling.
I'm a gnome.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No. I'm not a quarterling, I'm not a halfling, I'm not a
But if you're shorter than a halfling, then you're a quarterling. Because a quarter is less than a half. I can do math!
Oh god, give me strength.
Ogmuk?
Ogma.
Oh.
Speaking of which, what is
Where?
Ogmuk?
Alcar
Where?
just dramatically mishears that statement and replies, "Nobody's dick is that long, not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a long fucking dick, hence the name."
What the hell are we even
What the
talking
fuck?
about anymore?
This entire time, there's somebody at the concession stand and everything, just watching this go down, and you hear him go, May I interest you in one of the many plays that we are using to regale you and cure your ailments of boredness?
It
Yes.
sounds like you could use a cure for boredness, my good man.
Ha! That was funny.
It
What are all the
wasn't
plays
meant to be funny.
being put on right now?
Currently, I didn't know that they weren't a dwarf is currently going on. I've heard a couple of good things in regards to that. There's Manticorezilla. That's another
Ooh, I
one
want
that's
to see
going,
that.
that's going
I
on
saw
right
the
now.
very first Manticorezilla ever performed.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And he did just see it, like, again, like every overworked movie theater employee. That's kind of what he looks like. And he goes, we also currently have, and you see him like he's like moving through some of the different ones. A guide of marriage. That's an okay one. Got maybe like 4. I think it got 63% on rotten cabbages.
Ooh, 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 ooh. And this whole time, Alcar has his hand up like he's waiting to be called.
Yes.
Do you have Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Unfortunately, we have no more showings of that today.
Damn!
I want to see Manticorezilla.
I want to see Manticorezilla too.
I also want
As
to see
well, not the second one.
Manticorezilla.
The second one wasn't as good.
Yeah. Production quality was lower. I could see the stitching on the costume.
I want to
I
see.
know,
I didn't
right?
know that I was a gnome.
I didn't know. And he says that is also a decent one. Scored 72% on rotten cabbages.
See, it's higher score than the Manticore, whatever.
So we have 3 for Manticorezilla and 1 for... I didn't know it wasn't a dwarf. It was also wasn't a dwarf, not a gnome.
Oh.
Yeah, no. The joke was just like, oh, it's probably just a gnome.
Do you have any play showings of what was it called? Neverwinter Nights?
And he says, you must think that we're the Everlight Theater. We don't have the production quality to have one of those.
But do you have the snacks? Are there snacks inside?
He nods and he says, somebody will be carting by a trolley where you can purchase your own assortment of beverages.
And,
I
and
love
what's,
trolleys.
what's the average cost of a beverage inside?
2 copper.
Oh, you guys, we have to go down to the store on the corner and get our own snacks and sneak them in.
They don't let you bring them in.
You have to
That
hide
is
them.
so gauche.
Listen,
Reyna, what are you
listen.
thinking?
Just let me go in as a cat and I'll absorb all the goodies.
How are you going to absorb goodies?
You hear the guy behind the concession stand says, I really don't care about this job enough for that. You can bring in whatever.
Ooh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ziv is like rolling her eyes. Like,
Okay, but
right. That is terribly gauche. It's not done here. You have to get the establishment's food and beverage, otherwise people would think that you're a commoner.
But we are commoners,
We
Civ.
are commoners.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, you go on in and buy the establishment product, and we will go down to the corner store and get it for half the price.
You hear on the
Well, don't
you hear
cry. Don't
ahead.
cry if you don't get good seats. Bye. And she turns around and flounces off.
What did we
So-
even
so-
purchase?
I was about to say, what are you all watching? Are you doing Manticorezilla, or I didn't know it was a dwarf?
Ursula.
I'm going to
Manticorezilla.
I'm gonna go watch my own movie.
What? So you're not gonna try to be with the party?
I'm just kidding.
So okay,
I'm just being stubborn.
does Manticorezilla win?
No.
Lyra's like, screw this. I'm gonna go see In Love with a Cherry Blossom.
I'm gonna be a daffodil.
God.
Going to see
down
him
the
so
street,
far.
there is another vendor being like, "Get a whole bag of iguana bits, iguana bits."
I love iguana bits.
I didn't get away!
No, you get out of mine! They're like shoving each other back and forth.
Oh,
Yeah, two siblings who do a
There's-
slap fight where they're slapping each other's hands.
There's plenty of room. There's plenty of iguana bits, nice and crispy. Don't fight.
Meanwhile, Reina makes
I'll
a
take
face
4.
and turns inside the theater. I'll take my chances with the 2 copper snacks.
I was saying, this fight, at some point, Quill bites Alucard in the leg.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
you little bastard!
You all calm down.
You are literally an ankle biter!
Yes!
It's gnome punting.
Meanwhile-
day.
Meanwhile, Civ is already in the seat, and she just turns around to some random stranger and points to the group, and she's like, "They just let anyone in these days."
Meanwhile, Reina comes with like a handful of really expensive snacks and sits right next to fucking
How
Civ.
expensive? How much would you spend?
Probably like 2 gold.
Oh shit. Okay. So you're loaded the fuck up. So you can either have your kind of choice of 1 gold going towards of quite expensive wine that they
Ooh.
carry, or
Ooh.
so you could do that in combination with, say, like pretty much what would be enough like tasty finger food for your entire party, right?
Like a fucking obnoxious tray of like loaded nachos.
Like loaded
Really
nacho.
Commodore.
barbecue, all of that. They have like everything. Think of like the best of a Ren fair with the best of an actual movie theater.
Oh my god. Like giant turkey legs,
Mhm.
churros.
Oh my god.
So medieval time experience.
she'll have wine, like a bottle of wine, and she'll just sit next to Civ. Civ, you were right! These snacks are great!
Are you insane? She
And
like,
in the
forces Reina to huddle. It's remarkably fast, and hisses in her ear. She's like, "Be cool."
Do you want
as
a
this
leg?
happens, you as you're saying this, you say,
Now starting the very first and ever showing of Manticorezilla.
Alcar hustles into the theater and sits right next to Reina and Civ.
like, do you have like
With
the
his-
four,
Yeah, he spent 4 copper.
4 copper, and how much did you get, Quill?
10 coppers worth of iguana
Holy
bits.
shit!
God.
You people, are just like loaded up.
She got, it's bigger, the basket, she's got like a bucket, it's almost as big as her.
It's like those seats are meant for guests. Well, now it's for my snack. Fuck off.
Because Quill's obviously, I'm pretty sure the seats are not designed for gnomes in mind.
Lyra, do you get anything?
No. She just walks
Alcar-
in and just acts like she doesn't know them, but sits next
You
to Civ.
hear, as you sit down, Lyra, somebody from a row behind you.
Who had the big woman in front?
Rude.
Alcar seats
your head
Quill.
lower.
Alcar
Why don't you
seats
sit in the front?
There's no more seats in the front.
Well, that's your problem.
Bitch.
Speaking of his problem, Alcar picks up Quill and seats her on his shoulders so she can see.
Thank you. She just
but
bounced.
there's more of them.
Hold on, this is keep easy. Quill's gonna put Oswick on top of Alcar and see through his eyes.
Oh, that works too, I guess.
Now playing Manticorezilla.
Now, as like it's when this happens, right? What it was pretty much an open amphitheater, right? At least that's sort of like are you all familiar with how a traditional amphitheater looks like with the stairs and all that? And it's so actually what happens is that some people come around with, because keep in mind it's daylight, so it's daytime right now. But what happens is that several like people who are like workers lift up these posts and bring up a tarp that practically covers the entire top of the amphitheater, enclosing the entire theater in darkness.
Wow.
Ooh.
Let's see.
All of a sudden, a light starts in the sort of like center of like the stage. All you hear is,
They told us that we Should have left things alone.
And then you hear, like, dramatic drums, like...
Ooh.
We kept digging and we didn't listen. We unleashed something that none of us could ever comprehend.
Freena's like, it was the Manticore!
And this entire time, Alkar's lips are moving in perfect sync with the script.
Oh no, you've seen this before.
You see what looks like this kind of... Now, keep in mind, magic users, you can identify what these are, but they look like cool effects still, right? It seems like a mixture of produced flame with dancing lights to make this green flamethrower sort of effect come out from the mouth of this kind of intricately made giant manticore costume.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And then as the flame goes out, it goes dark again. And it says,
What you are about to see might be disturbing to some.
I'm
For
not
those of
scared.
you-
I'm not scared at all. And she says,
With-
like, to
Well,
either
you
side
might not
of
be
her.
scared, but you're definitely disturbed.
Those of you with weak constitution, please go to the splash zone.
Oh, Quill, you got to leave, mate.
My constitution's 12, fuck you!
Metagaming aside about your stats.
I know, I'm joking.
Don't worry, so am I. Moving on.
and so it's pretty much like the production goes on. Pretty much what it is the storyline is that some dwarves dug too greedily and too deep and disturbed the nest of an old ancient evil. An evil that no one ever knew of. Manticorezilla. The size of a Tarrasque, with a wingspan that alone that when it flies through the sky, practically updrafts city.
I feel like it's like the Mummy, except replace that with a Manticore.
It's also a bit kind of based on the Balrog, the dwarves digging too greedily and too deep and unleashing an ancient evil.
Look, none of this is original, guys. I know.
I know. I love it personally that you drew influence from so many different sources.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's another reason why I want y'all to be here. I made this shit up. I want you. So, as the next flash happens, I need Reyna specifically make a perception roll.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Not bad.
You see a couple rows down from you, and say a couple seats over, Sir Chester's Honeyworth.
Oh.
And you make eye contact with him, and he raises his glass with a small smile, and he kind of turns his attention back to the production, and seems to be content just to, watch the show for now.
You guys, that's him, right there. Lord Chester's Honeyworth.
Manticorezilla. Oh, I went somewhere completely different than I was thinking.
No,
You hear
screen. I'll call
while
the
you're
man
talking,
down
Reyna.
there.
While you're talking, Reyna, behind you, a very kind of nosy booby goes.
She turns around. You shut up.
It just shushes you again.
You can't even see what's happening. Shut up. Why do you need to hear it too?
Civ just speaks into Reyna's mind, and she's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I love how Civ's telepathic voice is whispering.
I know. Reyna turns towards Civ, even though she didn't say anything out loud, and she just kind of turns her head and angles it down and points and says back in her mind, "That's Lord Chester Honeyworth III, the vampire, allegedly."
Hey, a sensible vampire.
Alcar blurts out, "Vampire!"
As
Oh,
you-
Here, just in our head.
As you yell that out,
No, I don't
Alcar-
yell that out.
Oh, you
I
don't?
didn't hear it. I for some reason I thought they were having a conversation, and then I remembered, nope, telepathy.
okay,
Yeah.
it's a little hard when everybody talks over each other.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No
So,
worries.
at this point, it says, Manticorezilla has already destroyed half of the Sword Coast. We must turn to you, you most noble of people, Bahamut. And you see like a little bit like an angelic like, oh, kind of like, come from it. And then what happens is you hear, this again. It's an intricately made dragon costume. Think the blow up ones, except not as bad. And it raises his arms up and says, "I will fight beast." Ha ha! And as like Manticorezilla and Bahamut seem to be about to clash, the lights fade, close, and all you hear is from a stage guy. To be continued.
What?
Yes! 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 And Alcar's just like jumping up and down out of his seat.
Go give a standing ovation.
And then a light is produced over it. There's like a standing ovation. People start clapping and stuff like that. The stagehand starts like bowing. And one person steps forward that looks like a writer, but like not like a high-class writer. He says, hello everyone. I am the great owner of this establishment. Let the DM pull up my fucking name because he wrote it somewhere else. He goes. Nope, apparently he lost it. Son of a bitch. We're just gonna call me director for now.
Brett.
Mr. Director, sir!
And he says, I have some great news of the next installment of Manticorezilla.
Alcar just jumps up and shouts out, I've been waiting for it for 5 years!
We know that you all have been chomping at the bit to see what happens next.
Not really.
Yes, really?
I like daffodils.
Is Sphera like kind of like pinching her brow or anything like
She's
that?
literally just massaging her temples. Sinking deeper into her seat.
God. So at this point, he just like, well, at least some of you are excited. Obviously the crowd erupts. It seems like this is those who are here are fans of Manticorezilla. You even see like some people like, yeah, his plutonic breath. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Yeah, or the time when he used his tail in order to like swing and beat the crap out of Turtle Man. Oh yeah, that was cool.
Alcar just turns around and shouts, nerds!
I was gonna throw an iguana bit at Alcar's head. Just look.
So apparently in 1 month's time, the finale of Manticorezilla will be released for viewing pleasure.
Oh, but I won't be here in a month.
How do you know that?
And he goes, oh shit.
Give and take.
He says, it will be... Damn it, my sneezing is not wanting me to
Bless you.
say the rest of this. Ugh.
My
Stop
God.
What the fuck is happening?
I think somebody's doing the soundboard while I'm...
Oh my god, they're called antihistamines. I suggest taking some.
So, so the thing is that he says that it will be in theaters all around the Sword Coast. Apparently, this is a big release. At this point, he says, "Now, please, everybody, hope take a moment to be able to, if you wish, you can." Leave and go off and do the rest of your daily activities, or stick around, conversate with your fellow, playgoers, and wait for the next show to come up. We shall be having, what is it? And he leans over. And he goes, yes, I didn't know it was a dwarf. Playing in approximately 30 minutes. At this point, Some people are getting up and leaving the theater. Others are just sticking around and chilling and talking. Are you looking at Chester's Honeysworth? Raina?
Yes.
He kind of gives like a small wave, like a come on over.
You guys, we're being summoned over.
Ooh, I love being summoned.
By who? I can't see over the crowd.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't notice.
Usually I'm the one summoning.
Oh,
So,
Because you're a summoner.
I'm glad you got that. Anyways, just lead the way, because I can't see where we're going.
Rena stands up and thrusts her giant tray of mostly eaten snacks into Alkar's hands. Hold this, won't you?
I can't guarantee it will be here when you get back.
You're coming with me, aren't you?
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Just put the tray down. We are not taking a tray with us as we try to speak to this nobleman.
But I
Who's
paid
carrying her
good
giant-
money
Someone will
for
steal
that.
the snacks.
Quill is carrying her giant bucket of iguana bits
Oh god.
as she goes over.
Civ is about to lose it. She's just her left eye is twitching.
Her last eye.
Left.
Oh,
Left.
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 What the fuck? All right, come on. Rena makes her way over.
Alkar comes
Follows.
bouncing over with the entire tray and the rest of his iguana bits. Eating the iguana bits. What you know how have you ever carried a tray? But well, I mean, I'm not you, but okay, I'll explain it. He's carrying the tray, but he's got the bucket of iguana bits in his mouth, and every so often he just tilts his head back to put more in his mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh. So who all is going over to meet this person?
Well,
Is everybody?
Yeah.
So as you walk on over to him, there are available seats all next to him, and he just says, "Ah, wonderful to see you and your party in tow, Reyna. Please sit."
Thank you very much, Lord Chester. Might I present to you, everybody? This here is Alkar. This here is
Oh, I'm Alkar.
this is Civ.
Civ smiles coyly and dips her head.
This is Lyra,
Nice to meet you.
and that little one there is not a child. Don't worry, that's Quill.
a hand peeks out from behind the bucket of iguana bits and waves.
Charmed. He just says, in a very slow way, and he sips some wine from his goblet, and he says, very nice. Hope you all enjoyed the production. It is a bit of a acquired taste, but it is entertainment."
I have a Manticorezilla poster in my room back home.
Oh, I do not doubt it, my friend. I even have a couple of posters just because well, from time to time I have to help here, mostly in funding. Usually
What do you
gets-
think of the socio-political implications in the anti-war message?
And he goes, I think that they're quite interesting, as well as the ability for one to always go too far, yet it seems that no matter what, even if we know it is wrong, it is still our nature to indulge.
Alkar just jerks a thumb at him.
I like this guy. He gets it.
Indeed. Seems like when you're not taking night walks by yourself in the forest, you are quite the patron of the arts, my lord.
He nods. A life of diversity is a life well lived. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Roth?
Oh, most wholeheartedly. I don't know where that accent came from.
Neither do I.
Let me-
Oh.
Most wholeheartedly.
I'm sorry. Did you just say Miss Wrath? How
He
do you
nods.
know her last name?
Oh, come. You wouldn't think that I wouldn't know somebody who is a native of Baldur's Gate, would you?
I mean, the city is massive, so yeah, I would expect maybe you wouldn't.
I have
It
very...
is rather curious, Lord, as to how you would know my last name. I have not been in the Kalimshan area in quite some time now, and I certainly do not recall running into you.
Oh, we've never run into each other. I just make it a habit to know who it is that I may or may not be dealing with.
You must be a patron of Gammies. Now it makes sense.
Do you know all of our names?
He nods his head. I say again, I make it my business to know others' business. Now please, sit, unless you already have. Have you already sitting? Everybody sit?
Could
All
you
that?
tell me
Yes,
what my
sorry.
business is? Because
Yeah.
I've quite forgotten.
Well, did answer my question first. Alcar, you sat, right?
Oh, yeah.
And everybody else did, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now you can talk.
Could you possibly remind me what my business is? Because I've quite forgotten.
Currently, just trying to do the right thing. Am I wrong?
That sounds right. Sounds like something I do.
Sorry, guys. I'm having connectivity issues. I just got cut off a bunch of times, so I missed that last part.
No worries. He was
Okay.
asking like, oh, well, what is my business? That's what Alcar asked, and so, Chester Sunnyworth pretty much replied, oh, you're just pretty much here to do the right thing, at least what you believe is the right thing.
And he was like, oh yeah, that does sound like something I would do.
So he kind of like leans back and takes a gentle sip of his wine, and he says, right. Now, I know that your time is very valuable. All of you. So, I don't want to make a habit of wasting it. I am a courteous gentleman, of course.
Appreciate it.
However, he is going to lean over and he kind of like does a small little like clap with his hands, and a servant kind of moves over and he says, do you mind entertaining for a while I talk with our esteemed guests for a moment? Of course. Right. Now, I would like a moment of privacy, if you would all not mind affording it to me. Only us.
Sure.
Does anybody have any objections?
Is there any
Yeah,
way to
Civ.
determine... Oh, sorry, Civ.
No, that's all. Just saying that.
Is there any way to determine if there's any hint of, like, danger or malice from, like, watching his body language or his movements regarding this invitation?
I'd say that would be an insight roll to pretty much try and see if you could judge his body language. So go ahead and roll me insight.
Okay.
No, it's not outwardly predatory. He is very much interested in you all. It's just a little bit hard to tell in what way. Like, you can't exactly tell necessarily. It's like, what actually, like, what does this prick want, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't really discern that much of it, but as he said, and do you say, yeah, I don't mind giving a moment of privacy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pull some up real quick. He... It's gonna wait until I can actually get what a picture I have in mind. So he just kind of snaps his fingers. Everybody, your eyesight goes black entirely.
Ugh.
Oh wow.
You find yourselves in, and some of you might feel this is a little bit familiar, but this is someone different. You find yourself in a lavish, noble sort of banquet hall. And the appearance of the just general nobleman has changed drastically. I'm going to go ahead and post it to imagery. Ah, much better.
Oh no, just hot.
Holy shit!
Bloody hell.
Yes. Yes, get your... What's that, Civ?
Civ just hisses low.
Are those fucking wings? That's so cool! You're like a real-life Manticorezilla!
He chuckles. Oh my goodness, you are charming. Now,
The nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
I thought just
At least since I left home, anyway.
I always said plenty of nice things about you.
Yes. I'm
Reyna-
starting to recall them.
do you have any specific reaction to this?
Would she know by looking, like, would she know what he is?
So you do have a cleric background, and I would say if out of character you know, then yes. But if you, do you want to, if what, Reyna would know?
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit?
May I say?
No.
I also know
Okay.
it does.
What? Yeah, no. I prefer not just blurting out what it is without
Yeah,
certain
I
people giving
agree.
the opportunity.
Agreed. Agreed.
So, since you are a cleric, and this is technically on the opposite spectrum of your side of things, I would say that you know it. You would know. So I would say, so I'm gonna message you.
Okay.
So that's the kind of side of where, and I'll send you a description with it. Sphera, do you have any specific grounds for your character knowing?
I suppose Baldur's Gate history. Also some of the languages that she speaks. I believe she speaks Abyssal. So I feel like she'd be familiar with this type of situation.
Okay. I will give that to you. Quill, I will allow it for yours as well. So the three of you know right away what it is. Lyra,
Yeah, but I'm happy to let Reyna lead on this, by the way. Civ doesn't plan on saying anything, she's just observing.
Lyra is more nature. Alcar, you don't have a ton of experience with otherworldly things.
No. He's most of his learning is book learning. That's where his history roles come from, but he's not like big into religious texts or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah. So, Reyna, if you have a specific reaction.
She's going to kind of draw back a little bit in surprise. And just kind of instinctively, I guess, get herself at the ready. She's not really sure if he's friend or foe, because it can kind of go either way.
He kind of sees you tense up, and he says, my dear, I mean you no harm whatsoever. Neither to you nor your party. This is just so he can speak in more comfortable accommodation. And that extends to all of you. And he says to the hiss that came from Civ. Quill, I'm assuming you're a little bit more on guard too.
Oh yeah, she's like drawn back, like watching with a very like squinty eyes.
And those of you who know already know that if I wanted to do something terrible, I would have by now. So this is not for that purpose whatsoever.
Alcar raises a hand.
Ah, yes,
Civ
the
raise.
charming one with the red hair.
Can someone explain to me what the fuck is going on?
This is a cambion.
A what now?
A cambion. What
Yes,
happens
you
when...
can say it as many times as you want. I'm not going to know what it is.
I can be
Civ
in
says
a car.
One at a time, please.
when a mortal cavorts with of a rather sexual nature with a fiend of some sort, demon or devil, their offspring has a chance to be born as a cambion.
Alcar just looks at the guy and gives him a thumbs up and goes, "Nice!"
They always warned me that they would be hot.
But rejoice, because those dastardly, horrible things that all of you might know my people for, I bring none of that today. All I have for you is drink and food and discussion.
I like drink, and I like food, and I like discussion, so what's the catch?
And he goes, well, how about let's get ourselves comfortable and acquainted. Right now, I can tell that some of you aren't exactly in the conversation mood.
Might we know our esteemed host's name?
And he says, you already do.
A name besides Lord Chester's Honeyworth III.
I don't know what you mean. If you wish to have an alias... no. I don't think I have one that I would be able to give you right now. That name will suffice for now. Call me Lord Chester.
Okay,
Very well.
Lord Chester.
I will pass on the food, but I will take a seat.
So,
Alcar
Well,
Just
everybody
Civ
else
remains
is-
standing. Civ remains standing, but she does make a point, surprisingly, of standing right behind Quill's seat. She senses that Quill is at the same level when it comes to how they feel about the Fiend.
and he goes, from my understanding, all of you are finding yourselves in quite some, shall we say, hot water. Specifically in regards to what is happening around the region as of now.
It's more like fire than hot water.
And he says, oh, well, but regardless, you know the saying, don't you? Come on, old boy, I know you're smart.
Which saying exactly?
Hot. Never mind. He just says with a big old smile.
Right, if we're done with the equivocation, clearly there's something you want.
So
Yeah.
pointed. So
I have
pointed.
my reasons. She says, I have my reasons in Abyssal.
Quill says in Infernal, you will forgive us for being a little wary when a cambion comes to us first.
And he says, in common, yes, very impressive. You can speak the languages I know. Oh my goodness. And he's like just like very over dramatic, right, with it. And he goes, you all know of what these cultists seem to be interested in, yes? What their end goal is, at least generally. Not exactly how they're going to get there, but
Something
sort of
to do
where...
with dragons, right?
Yes,
Not
very.
just dragons.
And he says, but the dragon.
Bahamut?
The Tyrant Queen.
Oh,
Tiamat.
that one. Yes.
He nods. Now, what do you all know of Tiamat?
5 heads. Mother of chromatic dragons. Apparently stuck in the first in Avernus.
Ah, very, very poignant piece of information right there. She is in Avernus. Now,
For now, I imagine.
says at least
Oh,
that it does not have to be that way, which is where I'm getting to my point. He is going to lean back in his chair and he says, I, along with several other individuals who have holdings within the Nine Hells, don't wish to see a Tiamat return to your plane. Come on, rejoice a little bit. That's gotta be at least somewhat exciting. Dear God, you all are so dull.
No, I do actually find that exciting. I was just being quiet to let you continue.
Alcar's
Right.
eyes have gradually drifted apart, and then they refocus, and he's like, "Huh? What?"
I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
He goes,
Why shoes are dropping? He looks up and he's like jerking around, like looking for shoes dropping.
oh my goodness. Regardless, though, I personally, along with others, wish for her to stay there. I notice that you all aren't always the most equipped of groups, shall we say. I saw your little mishap in the hatchery.
Oh, that.
Quite
Yeah.
the interesting display.
You've been watching us for a
It was
while,
a
haven't you?
calculated risk. There's always risks in business. You should know that.
Yes, but when seeing how those risks are taken, one can only laugh. Which is why
I'd
I
say we
offer
can-
to try and help you. There are going to be more moments like that, where you find yourselves up against the wall, and there won't be a dragonborn there to tell the others that they wish to let you go. I'm waiting to see if the pieces of the puzzle start to, actually connect at this point.
So you're willing to offer us a boon?
And he says, technically, I already have. At this point, he melds form again into Lang Dragosa. And he goes, don't fucking come back. In the exact tone of voice from when you were all in the hatchery.
Oh,
And he changes back into his Cambion form. I've already been helping you all.
Oh, that was.
Really?
I thought that was. I'm so confused right now!
That doesn't surprise me.
so are you Landragosa, or did you pretend to be Landragosa?
Just masqueraded as him to get you all safely out there.
Alright, are you less confused now, Arca?
Yes, a lot
Okay.
less confused.
Glad.
I guess the point I'm trying to hammer in is that I genuinely wish to see that you all succeed.
And why is that? What do you get out of it?
So touch.
Holy crap. It's like people aren't listening.
She's trying to prevent Tiamat from getting out of the fucking cage that she's in currently. And he
Oh,
thinks we're the
jeez.
ticket to do that.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Well-
the question I ask is, are you going to ask for something in return?
And he goes,
Naturally, the devil.
oh. There might be sometimes I require something. Honestly, this was more of a proper introduction. I wanted to meet you all as myself.
Well, consider me honored.
Hello.
What was that, Quill?
Quill just went, hello.
Now, can't say that you will have me always at a beck and call, but when the need arises, I'll be around. Now, I do believe that another play is happening. Something about not understanding whether one is a dwarf or not. I don't know. Regardless, I hope you all do enjoy the play. At that point, he snaps a finger. You all return to the theater. And you're right back where you were, almost exactly at the time that it was. But he is nowhere to be seen.
Okay, so that was weird, right? That's not just me.
Oh,
Ambience. Devils. Damn.
The plot thickens. Seems like more and more parties are interested in what's happened with the cultists.
Well, it would be pretty world shattering if, a god came back to, Tiamat came to the material plane, so I can imagine as weird as it sounds, I could imagine it as a few parties within the Nine Hells considering that bad for business, so to speak.
Somehow we are central to what's happening. Otherwise, why would an upper-level demon even bother with us?
It's
Maybe
like
because
my
we look
vision.
nice.
I feel very special right now.
Precisely, Raina. Just like your vision.
So, what did everyone think of what just happened? Of him, of Lord Chester.
what was that?
Explains why Alcar got the pulp beat out of him the next time we actually encountered the real Dragonborn.
What do you mean? I kicked his ass. He ran away, remember?
He's not wrong.
Yes, he does have a point,
He
Raina.
was very angry about that. Said some very hurtful things to me. But I forgive him because that's what friends do.
I don't think that's what you are, Alcar.
Oh, he's just playing hard to get.
It's not your boyfriend.
Yet.
Okay.
What? What?
I mean, who knows what'll happen?
I'm going to bite my tongue on that one.
Right.
Probably a good idea.
Again, another moment for our Lysander. What?
What? Well, I would suggest we get the hell out of here.
Oh,
I've had enough of theatrics for one day.
How much time do you think has passed? Like, was there a weird time dilution thing going on with that whole thing? Or, like, what the hell's going on? I'm so confused.
Would I be able to tell if any time dilation happened, or were we one for one?
Kind of as I said when I was describing to everybody, what it looked like. It looked like no time passed. That's what everybody would notice.
Well, hopefully he's willing to invest in us and not, not start offering deals. It's when it offers to shake your hand is when things get a little icy.
Well, I know think too about bad deals, and this just sounds like a bad fucking deal.
It's not easy to come out on top with a deal with the devil. And he does seem to be the infernal type of devil, not the abyssal type. Anyways, should we watch the next show, or do you want to go visit Gammy now?
I think it's time I paid my respects.
What do you mean pay your respects? Why didn't you just say hi to
She
Gammy?
dead.
No, I mean pay my respects to Gammy, who lives here, who I'm planning on seeing. It's a turn of phrase. It denotes respect, which I have a lot for her, and I suspect you're gonna find out why.
Okay.
Alright.
So, Gammy or Elf Song Tavern for contact, though? Which one's first?
I vote Gammy.
Because remember, Elf Song Tavern is the place to meet the contact that is going to help you get into, like, pretty much into the system for the caravan stuff.
Right, but is there a time frame on that? Like, was it like meet them evening on this day, or is it
pretty much ASAP? It was just ASAP.
Yeah, we should
Okay,
probably do that.
that's
and
more
then see
important.
Grammy.
There will be
That's
time.
what-
There will be time to visit Gammy. I'll put that.
Yeah,
out.
that's fine. That's fine. If that's the priority, then I'm down to go there first.
Okay. So you all travel to the Basilisk Gate. Yes.
The
No.
crack gate.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want some crack.
All right.
Oh.
When you get there, people are being sort of checked as they go in. There are carts coming to the Basilisk Gate that are getting turned away. Seems like they're having a zero tolerance policy on allowing any carts of caravans to come into the city. Too much of a liability. There's too much of a chance of people start stealing shit, pretty much. As you come in, the sites that I kind of showed in some of the pictures, like kind of before, like the images that I showed of what Lord Chester's look like. That's a lot of what you see. Several, like, of these buildings kind of stacked next to each other, high towers that overlook and go right into the sort of, whatchamacallit, lake that goes out into the sea. Because, like, it's right, because it's, like, right close next to the ocean, which is called the sea, or, the sea, anyway, called the Sea of Swords. So,
I like the architecture.
upon entering, the search isn't nearly as strict as El Terrell, I'll say. And you notice that, like, let's see. As you all are moving, right, you guys luck out, and after getting kind of like pat down and searched through and all that, the guard just kind of lets you through. But like every fifth group, the guard basically says, "Oh, there's a tax."
Oh. Would now be good time for a 5-minute? Or once we're done with this segment, that I mean.
You guys just got into the city, so I'll say yeah before we get something else then.
To the meat of stuff.
Sure.
Okay. AR Bay.
Same.
Oh, we're doing it now? I thought there was a little bit more, but yeah, we could do it now.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying before we get into more. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, BRB.
BRB. I return.
Welcome back.
What I miss?
Literally nothing.
I know. Good. Thank you for watching GameDayHype. If you enjoy our work, please make sure to subscribe and or donate to us. With your money, we too can make even hotter cambions.
God.
Listen, you picked that art, and damn, it's good art.
Yeah, I found it and was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this because the ones that I kind of made through like editors and stuff like that just were not looking good, and so I'm like, fuck it. This one works.
You single?
Not saying yes or no. God.
Listen, if we really need to
gotta take the horny stick and just smack, just like back, go away.
Listen, if we really gotta need the devil's help, somebody's gotta take the plunge. It might as well be me. Ow! Ow! Ow!
That's what you get.
The bonk, not the bunk.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
Back.
Welcome back.
Did you bring a snack?
I brought some chocolate.
Yum.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Try some.
No.
Oh. Please?
No. It's special chocolate con leche, and you can't have none.
I don't want your con leech chocolate, anyways.
On leech?
That is a lie. I want your chocolate so bad.
Ew, stop!
What? That wasn't even meant to be dirty.
No, 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 no! Wait! Wait!
When Quill is going to grab Siv's chocolate.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
That gets Savvy's attention. Mead back? Guess not.
You have a need
fair.
for mead.
Probably went to get like a hot pocket or something.
Alright.
That's exactly it.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I believe everyone's here now.
Welcome back.
Spank you.
Okay, so
Let's.
upon entering the city, I'll take a 1d100 from anybody besides Mead,
I got it.
because Mead did the last one.
5. I know, like, for these kind of rolls, the actual, like, value doesn't really doesn't matter, but, like, damn.
All right. So, as you all are walking through, somebody go ahead and give me a d5. Let's see which one this person bumps into. All right. So, Sphera.
Ah.
As you're all sort of walking through, now, before we start, would you guys ask Withers to kind of hang out at the Basilisk Gate with the cart or come with you all?
I feel like you should stay with the cart.
Yeah, he should do with the cart.
Was there anything in the cart that needs to be guarded? Because he's part of the company that we're going to have.
The kobolds.
Fair.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. They shouldn't be left to their own devices.
Neither should our cart.
Okay. So, kobolds and withers with the cart, Basilisk Gate.
B. C.
All right. So it's just your group. Upon walking in, a man seemingly stumbles into you, Severa. Roll me perception.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I rolled performance. Let me do that again. Perception.
You perform you think you do really well. You think
I
you're
perform my fail.
You think that like you are the most perceptive motherfucker like in this world right now.
Yeah.
You feel like you walk the walk and show it off, right? But in reality, the man looks very disheveled. Lots of bandages and like pieces covering him, almost like makeshift masks. He smells awful. And this is a smell that, like, the party in totality would be able to hear. Or not. Yeah, hear. Yeah, you hear the smell. No.
Yes.
Pretty impressive stench.
It's that strong that you hear it.
Before he goes anywhere or gets any further, since he's bumped into me, I'm gonna make sure to check my ample bosom to make sure my coin purse and my belongings are all on me.
As you're doing that, he's kind of like stumbling through because it takes a second for you to dig in and check.
That's a very ample bosom.
I mean, it's Civ, so yeah.
Yeah, she's rummaging about.
Like, I'm not gonna downplay it. I ain't downplaying it.
Neither am I.
No. I know you're not. I was playing up the bit. So he kind of says, "Hey man, sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you. I'm just sick. You got any mids, man?"
Stay away, plague!
Yeah, just roll me insight. Vera specifically. They're from Baldur.
Got it. God.
This man is under the influence of a very, very popular drug called goblin grass.
Ew.
Oh, it's the smoking goblin grass. I can smell the pungent aroma wafting off of it.
Woohoo!
I'm sorry,
as you check your ample bosom, there's nothing missing. You have not been pickpocketed.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, he's been smoking what?
You know, the devil's lettuce, reefer, Mary Jane.
I've got to get a hold of some of that.
Oh man, just slow your roll. I'm just asking if you got like some spare copper or something like that, man.
Let me see.
No, we do not have the devil's loofah, young man. Now I suggest you go get help.
I would just ask for just maybe a gram, man. Just a gram.
Oh, you want some of that? I'm looking for some of that too. You want to come with us and find some?
No.
I'd love to follow you, man.
No. I'll come, no.
Do you like daffodils?
What?
It just links arms with Reyna and, like, hustles them both into the inn.
Quill's following behind and she doesn't want to be involved with this guy.
It's like, okay, I'll hang out with the redhead and the tall lady, man.
Well, I gotta meet somebody in the tavern, but wait out here and together we will find some goblin grass!
Right, man. I kind of have a short attention span, but I'll let you know, man.
That's okay, I'll find you later.
Okay, man.
Have a good one.
Why?
You too, man.
He goes inside the inn,
You good, man?
fully intending to come back out and
And
find
don't
this
worry,
guy and
I'm
just go goblin.
totally not misgendering you. I just call people man, kind of like how some people call other people dude and stuff like that, man.
Are you good, man?
Oh, I'm good, man.
Alright, bye, man.
Bye, man. And you all just kind of hear from outside. He gives the entire.
Hopefully we'll lose them soon.
He bumps into another group and starts giving the whole spiel, the exact same spiel.
Oh my god.
I just need some meds, man.
My god, that guy smelled horrible. Like dirty.
But he knows where to find the goblin grass.
And nobody should care.
Like, come
We
on,
should
man.
all get in a circle and pass it around and get high together.
We are not doing your dream blunt. We are not being your dream blunt rotation.
Why not?
Look,
Yes.
all I will say
You're a
is that
college student, Quill. You should be comfortable with drugs.
Not goblin. I've seen what goblin grass does. Also, I don't smoke. I just drink lots and lots of coffee.
Can you both shut
It's
up?
hard.
Civ, what were
You're
you
addicted.
saying?
Sorry.
They've lost it. Look, everyone, goblin grass is the least of our concerns right now. And yes, Alka, if you want some, I can arrange for some. Top
Yes!
shelf stuff. None of this street swale. Now
Thank
look,
you,
everyone,
Siv.
we have to focus. Our contact is here. Professionalism. We're supposed to be a mercenary group, not a bunch of bubbling baboons.
I like baboons. They're funny.
So,
McGonagall.
upon entering, you notice two different things. The tavern has bouncers. One is a very large half-orc. The other is what appears to be a suit of armor, but nobody inside of it.
Ooh.
Alcar walks up to the half orc and says,
Hey, I've got to meet somebody, but once I'm done, you want to arm wrestle?
Once off shift, yeah.
Hell yes! I'll be back.
Okay.
and he walks back to his group.
Upon entering the tavern, it's quite lively. There's a bard kind of playing some softer music on a lute. Upon entering though, I will say that Quill.
Yes.
You hear in the back of your mind as if somebody is speaking into your thoughts. Not the same exact way that, say, Sphera does, but a similar fashion. Table on the right, the third one down.
Okay. Quill is going to make intense eye contact with Civ, and gently as subtly tap her temple.
Ted would speak into Quill's mind, saying, what is it?
Sorry, can you repeat what the voice said quickly?
Table on the right, third one down.
Table on the right, third one down. Be subtle.
She looks. Scans the crowd, looking for where Quill pointed.
Upon looking, you see a man with a kind of grizzled beard drinking a tankard. Drinking from a tankard. Might be mead or beer, don't know. And he's just seemingly keeping to himself. Occasionally, you might see him glance up at you all. And depending on how, do you, stand there for, a little bit, trying to, see where he is?
Quill's going straight where she was ordered to.
Because right now, only Civ and Quill know, so...
I whisper to the others.
But save. What was that?
Sorry?
What?
Sorry. Quill just kind of whispers to the others. Follow us. Follow me and Civ. Be down low.
Okay, on the
Subtle.
floor?
Okay.
Lay down?
No, be subtle. Be subtle.
Okay.
Don't draw attention to yourselves.
Oh, that's a bit bloody messy.
Alright.
Come on. Quill's gonna go over.
Okay. Everybody else follow?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Damn it, I keep accidentally closing the browser. Yeah, he follows.
As you get there, the man says, my mercenaries. I'm wondering when you are all going to show up. Please, take a seat.
Oh, sorry for the
Alcar
delay.
takes a seat.
Is there mead?
Oh, yes. It's quite nice. It's a water-deep vintage.
Don't mind if I do. If beats Alcar to it.
Oh.
And he goes, right. I shall say, it's nice to meet your acquaintance. My name is Akins Helabon.
Bless you.
What? Alka. Don't
Well
be
met.
ridiculous.
Well met, Mr. Celebon.
And he says, I hear that you are a mercenary company that's all been looking for a little bit of work, specifically going northward, right?
That's right. We have a charter and everything.
Indeed, newly established and all.
Ah, right. Well, fantastic. Well, nice to make your acquaintance. I'm actually one of the people that most caravans come by and see. I run the wagon repair and supplier shop towards the Black Gate. Most groups that either created a caravan to go northward or are already going to be on their way through there usually touch base with me. So usually, when they're looking for a band of mercenaries, I have a couple to give them and lend them, essentially. Now, what shall I call you? And you see him kind of he has this document that he starts, kind of writing.
We are the comrades of the coast.
Okay, comrades of the coast. So is that the one that everybody decided to stick with?
There are no objections.
Yeah, there are no objections from me.
Okay. All right, cool. So he writes that down, and you mentioned that you have a charter of sorts.
And that's right.
It says, please.
And Civ unfurls the whole thing in front of him.
Unfurls
Civ
the whole
made
thing?
sure nobody's going to fuck us.
Well, all the terms and conditions are plainly stated as follows. And she gestures to the long, unfurled document.
Is there an actual doc that you have?
He made a doc.
Yeah.
He made it, yeah.
Like if you scroll back up, you can see it.
All right.
I'll Zach, if you want, I can send it to you, DM it to you. I wrote a charter.
I should be able to find it if it wasn't that long ago, I think.
I'll just do it right now. I have to.
Okay, go ahead.
Carry on while I dig it up for you.
So he's kind of slowly going through, and he says, "Right now, I will require all of your signatures, of course, on paper, And he kind of leans over, and he kind of says in a more hushed tone, "Whether or not you use your real name or not is up to you. If there's a specific persona you're trying to go for, or if you're just trying to, lay low or what have you. Basically, if you all want to use your real name, totally fine. He's not going to say no. But also, he's he's fine if you all aren't using your real names."
Yeah, I think it would be best if we don't use our real names, because by now many of the cultists do recognize us, and if our names are shared and people are talking, they might get wind.
To be fair, Alcar is pretty fucking recognizable. If anybody knows anything about him, they will be able to peg him pretty instantaneously.
Later on, I will say, that's also why a factor that happened that Civ technically already is engaged with, but you all still have the opportunity while in Baldur's Gate to do. Civ purchased specific mercenary leathers to look different. So that's something for you all to sort of look into in Baldur's Gate as well.
Civ and Lyra.
And Lyra, yeah.
All right. I am Laura Makar, the Golden Swordsman.
Type these into the chat or something like that as you come up with them.
Okay.
Because I don't even know how to fucking spell that. Candy Hilton.
Oh god.
I am Candy. Candy Hilton. Much obliged.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the first two,
Sorry, I had a name and it literally just slipped my mind.
the Storm Siren. Got it. Irene?
Ooh, that's different.
What? Is
Oh,
that...
okay, that's you, Thorin. I thought that was Lyra who'd put.
Oh no.
Oh no!
That would have been really funny.
It's like,
No.
quick, everybody,
No,
just switch
no.
names with each other so it doesn't match.
I'm
It's
Alka.
Yeah, it's pronounced Lyrian.
Lyrian Studios. So, do you have an alias for Lyra that you want to use, Lyra, or just stick with Lyra?
Oh god, my name is actively going slow.
Can we make a channel for aliases in our Discord server? Because I'm gonna forget all of these.
I put mine in brackets in my on my character sheet.
Oh, okay, I'll do that too.
So that's an option too. I don't think a channel Discord is necessarily needed.
Druine the Druid.
We call her Double D.
Yeah, that is exactly what Alcar is gonna call her.
Oh god.
Hello, Double D.
Hello.
Double D.
Hmm.
Hmm. Second. So he says, right now, the comrades of the coast, you are officially signed in as one of the potential mercenary parties, and I will let you know when I have work. Now, a couple of other aspects that I want to kind of, fill you in. Some of these sort of, dangers of the job and all that. And then he kind of drops his voice a little bit lower to be, quieter. And he says, kind of want to make sure that you also are all aware. We're waiting to see the sighting of a very specific dragonborn. It's a female dragonborn, black dragonborn. Apparently, they're going to be one of the people that's basically charged with trying to organize, well, their side of the caravan forward. Now, do any of you know anything about, traveling caravans northward?
Can't say that I do.
Like the practice themselves, or know of any traveling northward?
Mostly the practice that goes into it. So, the thing is that pretty much you're all going to be taking what is known as the scenic route. And he says, you'll be going north, and he kind of if you guys want to take a look at the map. Fucking Andy Hilton.
Andy Hilton, baby.
You'll travel north from Baldur's Gate. Now,
Should be Jennifer Coolidge.
you either traverse. Usually, you have to cross a river, make yourself northeast towards Dragonspear Castle. Then you take the trade way up through the Daggerford, up to Waterdeep. Basically, that's when you get back on the main way, right? Now, I don't think I need to tell you that the road is a little bit more treacherous, considering you're going to be going right in between the Trollclaws and Trollbach Forest. Needless to say, there is a chance you will run into fucking trolls.
Really?
Oh, really?
I wonder if I'm stronger than a troll.
Probably not.
I beat
Well,
up you
yeah.
talking arm
Very
wrestling
resourceful. And can
Fair.
handle a few.
And he says, and he nods. I'm just trying to make sure that you all understand that you're taking the scenic route. Essentially.
The scenic route. Got it.
Now, not all of the caravans that are going to, well, carts that are going to be with you are going to be cultists. Not all of them are. Usually when people are taking this route, they gather pretty much groups of carts and caravans that move together. Strength in numbers sort of thing.
Lovely.
Makes sense.
So we'll probably attach you to one of the mercenary groups that is unrelated to the cultists themselves. As last I've heard, you've had several close instances with them. So last thing we need is for you to be right up in their noses the entire time and potentially found out.
That would pass.
That reminds me. No, I'll ask later. It's not immediately relevant.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, good. He says as he's kind of like creating and like drawing his hand along, and he kind of like draws his hand along it, and says, "Now, once you get past once you get past essentially, Troll Central, you'll be on the normal tradeway up through the Daggerford up to Waterdeep. Now, we don't know how far north their caravan intends to go, but we theorize, at least I do, it's either going to be near Waterdeep or Neverwinter. Could be wrong, but it's going to be a long journey. Be prepared for anywhere between 40 to 50 days on the road."
Okay.
Wow. It's a really long time.
He says, "Now, are there any questions that you have for me? Also, fucking party icon, get the fuck on Baldur's Gate."
When exactly are you planning on dispatching us? Just so we have an idea of how much time we still have in Baldur's Gate.
And he goes, "It's not up to me, unfortunately. What will happen is that pretty much as soon as the caravan that is being constructed for the cultists and such starts culminating, that group starts getting ready, they'll be leaving forward. I'm thinking potentially anywhere between 4 days and 10 days. So you have some time."
Excellent. I
Right,
have some
we will
preparations
find
to
lodge-
make.
And we'll find lodgings and let you know where we're staying.
He nods. "Very good. And if you have any more clarifying questions, please do ask. I will be at the Black Gate. At least that's where my shop is, that is."
I don't have any questions, although someone else might.
Anybody else have questions?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Zach, can you check your DMs real quick? I just need a quick yes or no.
Okay. I'm gonna check it. One sec. So,
No
answer
worries.
is no, but I am giving clarification of a direction to go towards that, okay?
Okay. Cool, thank you.
If that helps.
Yes, that does help. I guess I'll just work out the logistics with you at a later time.
Okay.
Doesn't even have to be this session, honestly.
Okay, yeah. There is some time. So.
But I'd like him to show up next session with that.
Okay. Let's see. upon kind of like discussing more about it, though, he says, and if you happen to see any of the cultists in the city, suggestion is to evade. We don't need them getting in trouble here with anything that would stop their caravan. We want them to move north because we want to find out where it's all going.
Like letting a small fish go to hook a bigger fish.
Precisely.
Understood.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Yeah. All right. That's all for him, really.
Ah.
Now, do you all want to go straight to Gammy?
Yes.
Gammy!
Now, I gotta message something to you real quick, Ray, as just a clarification thing, and then I'm gonna use a restroom, and then we will have the process of you going to Gammy.
Oh, cool. Are we taking another 5 minutes? Because I've got something I can do in the meantime while I wait for you to go to the bathroom.
Oh my god. I don't know anyone who takes more AFKs than you.
I know.
Well,
Although
I don't
do
have to. I'm just saying, if he's going to be gone more than like 2 or 3 minutes, then I can use that opportunity to do something.
I think he's already gone.
Nope.
Oh.
No, he's typing.
Currently just trying to ask a clarifying question, because this helps me also think while I'm doing that, once I get the answer to this, and then we can move forward.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I had time to make a cup of coffee really quick. It usually takes about like 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, cool. Then, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Gonna use the restroom. Be right
Okay,
back.
I'll be right back.
Jimmy!
Jimmy?
Quack.
I'm in danger!
Wish I had more fun sounds. All I have is golf clap.
You have golf clap?
I have golf clap.
Congratulations.
Oh my god.
I think this is the best one I have yet. Every time I cast Firebolt. This would be even funnier if I had Eldritch Blast.
I love the sound of Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
More like Baja Blast.
I have this one. I always like this one because it gives me chills.
Is that Game of Thrones?
No, it's actually from How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that's a Night Fury.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's either Night or Light Fury, yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Making big.
You good, Oreo?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Fair.
Zach, are you gonna share gammy art?
When we get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, I have whatchamacallit? One specifically that I'm gonna end up using. Which
Okay.
is do you wanna see which one I'm using?
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Love. If I do say so myself, as I did make.
Okay.
Are we just waiting for me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it like another minute and start because, like, restroom break. Okay, coffee. Grab coffee. There's been opportunity for that.
Knock knock.
Who's there? Quack who?
Did somebody say slave?
All right. Mead, back? Yes, no? Nope. All right. We're going to Gammas. Everybody else is here, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And before we head to Gammy's, Sphera would impart some words to the wise to the group. Whatever y'all do, make sure that you are not rude or dull.
Dull?
I can't help what I am, Civ!
Oh, I'm not worried about you, Alcor.
Oh, okay.
Who are you worried about, if I ask?
You.
I was just saying in general. We've all had our moments.
Some more than others.
So, Civ basically saying, "Don't make me look dumb,"
Right.
because Gammy's place is actually not too far. So, upon making your way, and obviously Civ is the one who's kind of, I'm assuming you're the one just leading the way pretty much the entire way. And it's feeling a little bit reminiscent, you feel and remember certain things just about it. It's like all coming to. And even though it hasn't been actually, how long has it been, since you've been here?
I would say it's been... How long has it been since we started our campaign? I
think about a month and a half. A month and a half, yeah.
Okay, but she'd been traveling before as well. So I would say she hasn't been to Baldur's Gate in 6 months.
Gotcha. So it's not horribly, oh, I remember in the years or anything like that. But it's still this feels happy, right? You're back home almost.
Back home, yeah, exactly. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
She's at ease. You can just tell in her demeanor and her body language. There's a confidence. There's a comfort with the environment.
100%. So as you come over, you notice that there is a large wooden sign that says Gammy's Gears.
All right, everyone, look sharp.
Do you...
And Civ will waltz in.
Great. As you open the door, the actual front of the place isn't visible at first, and you hear a old but kind of charming voice, call out to you all as you step in. Welcome to Gammy's Gears. How may I assist you today in your general need?
Do you sell gears?
And as you all come around the corner and you say, "Do you sell gears?" And he says, "Some, yes. Bits and baubles, things that you might need for the everyday today." As this woman is behind the counter to greet you.
Ooh.
And then a small little smile. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm using the wrong voice. Shit. Do my eyes deceive me? Is that my baby?
Eagle-eyed as ever, Gammy. And Svira bows. But there's a little mocking gesture to the way she bows.
She goes, "Oh, the great Svira Wrath, coming forth and gracing me with her presence. Well, if only I had the great china out and ready."
I'll settle for that Neverwinter vintage you've always got handy, Gammy. But before that, I'd like you to meet my companions. This here is the Adventuring Company, otherwise known as Comrades of the Coast. May I introduce to you Alcar the Courageous.
Hello.
Lara Fallspale.
Hello.
Will Elimorn.
It is nice to meet you.
Raina Stormborn.
Pleasure, I'm sure.
Ooh, don't we have just a lovely, lovely bunch? And she kind of puts her hands together and says, "Now I will say, I wish I was a bit more prepared for such company. Unless this is one of those instances where you need some of Gammy's help."
Oh, I always need Gammy's help. But mostly, I just wanted to show these idiots that you do in fact exist and are not some materialization of my imagination.
What on earth would ever make them say such a thing?
You never said that.
I never said that.
Did she
Or-
just call us an idiot?
You
It was
just
a
referred
joke.
to us as singular, so I think there might be some merit to that.
Jest, but in truth, I was perhaps worried that y'all didn't think that I was really from here and that I had my dear Gammy living here in Baldur's Gate. And she looked at Quill in particular when she said that.
No, I never doubted that you were. I never doubted that you were raised by Gammy.
Well, that's encouraging.
I like Gammy.
She seems very sweet.
I want her
She's
to be
right.
my Gammy too.
Well, I'd hope so, considering. Now, what can I interest you fine, lords and ladies? And she does like the kind of curtsy that is almost very similar in the mocking sort of way that like Civ was doing earlier. She does like one of those.
Civ just mutters under her breath, "Old Harridan."
Do you have any embarrassing childhood stories of Severo?
Oh, oh, yes, I do, but, and I'm sure that my baby has made you all very much aware, information is the most expensive of commodities.
Sure.
Quill would love to pay you, but she's a little short.
Oh, well, I noticed that as soon as she stepped in.
Ah!
I will bite your ankle again.
Ooh, and she's a feisty one, too.
And she is. Pretty handy with a spell or two, I might add.
I will have to say the same thing about your. Would a daughter be the right term to describe a relationship?
the fucking overt laugh from Civ. I can't. I fucking can't. And she goes, now, I will say this. Civ holds a very, very special place to me. Regardless of whatever it is and whatever we have between us over the years, I have grown very fond of Civ. Now, if you're going to try and poke and prod for information as if I'm just some sort of broker to try and sell my little baby's secrets, well, you must have me colored as the wrong type of guy.
I actually...
Because I am far too expensive for you.
I actually wasn't, and you have every right to be proud of Civ. I was just genuinely wondering what she was like growing up.
Civ can blow people up!
Oh, she can. Very persuasive, too.
Oh, well, I
Very
always knew that Civ would be doing something like that. That does not surprise me one bit. Now, and she kind of claps her hands a little bit and says, I do say that we have some visitors here, and I must treat you all to some hospitality. Now, Alcar, was it?
That's me! I'm Alcar!
Do you mind doing me a favor and going over and flipping that little sign from open to closed, please?
Sure! Sure thing, Gammy!
And he walks over and does as she asks.
She looks over at Civ. I can imagine that being quite fun. He seems very excited to be doing things for people.
Civ kind of gives Gammy a suggestive glance.
Oh, okay. And she just kind of like raises the little hands up, like, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
All behind Alcar's gorgeous bouncing booty.
Ah, yes, the cheeks.
Looking like drums from the Kong. Also, one sec.
Sif would definitely nudge Reyna and whisper to her, I suggest you ask her about this Lord Buttersworth character we just encountered. He
Buttersworth.
might be able to offer additional insight.
You want me to ask her?
Why not? You've been oddly quiet.
Well, just observing. And every single person who tends to speak to her gets roasted, so...
Oh, I think she'll take it easy on you. Something tells me that she'll take a shining to you if you ask her the right way.
Well, alright. Gammy,
Yes, sugar.
mind I pick your brain about something?
Oh, don't pick too deep. My head ain't what it used to be.
Of course, I'm
Lies.
sure that's not true.
Sphere's got me there. My head is as good as ever.
Right. Well, Sphere's anything but a liar, as we've come to know. She, like, gives Sphere a wink. But, the one thing that I think we all agree on is she speaks highly of you and your connections here in Baldur's Gate. And, well, on our way here, we encountered a most curious gentleman, and I was wondering if perhaps you had some insight into this person.
And he goes, oh. Well, I could take a crack at it. I do know my way around the gentleman here.
His name was Lord Chester's Honeysworth III.
And let's just say that red seemed to be his favorite color.
You see, like, her tone changes a little bit. He's a new one.
A no one?
Came in maybe 2 or 3 months. All of a sudden, he had credentials that would indicate that he was a person of interest. You know, of course, because it's normal for them to just pop out of thin air, right? Seemingly always been there, yet I never noticed. Now, baby, and she says over to Sphere, when was the last time you knew something to go past me without me noticing?
Never day in my life.
Damn straight. So, all I know specifically about him at this present time is that he seemed to have pretty much everything that he might have required and then all of a sudden he would have, you know, conversations with some people, and then either they would be modified one way or another after the, you know, sort of talk that they might have had, or disappear altogether. All I can say is that this individual seems like bad news. And baby, if you're trying to keep away from some of the bad ones, that's one of them. I don't think I could trust them as well as I could throw them, and my ball throwing days are well over.
Well, neither can I, Gammy. Neither can I.
God, it's like there's 2 of them.
I love it. I love this.
Problem is, this cat seems a tad too curious about us.
He goes, taking an interest in you?
Very much so.
Now, tell me, sweetheart. And she says, looking over to Reyna. You were the one that he engaged first, or was it just the group in total?
It was me. We stopped for the night to just take a little rest, and it was my watch. We were just shy of Whitkeep in the woods, and he was just walking around at night, aimlessly, saying he was just on a nightly stroll, which I found odd, but he didn't seem a threat, so I didn't press the matter, but we had a slight conversation, and he invited us to speak with him at the Oasis Theatre. Just now, we just came from there.
I see. Well, and she's like looking you over and says, what's peculiar about you is the fact that you are a Talos worshipper, correct?
I am. It's no secret.
See, Talos worshippers, they aren't pretty much chomping at the bit to bash your skull in just because you know, it's unconfirmed whether or not you are of the same sort of volition as their god. It's rare to find one that has civility. He's like,
I've been saying all along.
So perhaps there is a reason that you were picked out specifically. Anything in particular that lines up with what he's wanting that you could think of?
Well, yes. There's something kind of coincidental, which I've already shared with the party, so I might as well share it with you as well. But I asked Talos for some guidance, and I was granted a vision.
A vision? Like, are we... And we're not talking one of these ones where you got hit upside the head a little bit too hard and you saw something.
No, I assure
No,
you.
Gammy, I believe her to be legitimate.
Okay. Sorry. Gammy is anything but superstitious. That's the only reason I asked.
It took place in the heart of Talos Temple. The room went dark, and before me lay a scene. A vicious 5-headed dragon standing before and staring down a group of 5 individuals. Now, I'm not the best mathematician, but by my
That's okay,
count,
neither am I.
the order that we just formed contains 5 individuals.
And what more information can you give me about this Chester's Honeyworth the Third?
Rena would glance at Civ really quickly.
Civ would just... Hang on, sorry, one sec. Civ would just delicately smile at Gammy. But not say anything.
Well, he's definitely bi at
Just,
least.
shrug. She would shrug as if her hands are tied.
Well, he's definitely bi at least. That guy was totally into me.
He was very hot.
Did anybody say whether or not he was a Cambion yet to him? To Gammy?
No.
Okay. He goes, I have heard that he is quite an alluring gentleman.
Devilishly good looks, you could say.
I know all about it. And she goes, cream keeps my skin moisturized for years. She says as she pats her cheek.
Right, well, it seems his interests are aligned in our current but odd set of adventures. He's already admitted to interfering once in our favor, which was quite alarming, if I am to be honest.
Well, something tells me. Now, keep in mind, I'm just an old lady, so what do I know? But, and she says, kind of like leaning over, because and Civ was smiling at her, right?
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of grins back to her and says, "I'd say that you need to keep your wits about you with that one. He wanted to display that he has the capability of helping you, and you might find yourself in another instance like you were before. How dire was it before? The instance that he supposedly helped you."
Quite dire.
Pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
He want that. See, what that is him showing you all that he's capable of getting you out of some really bad shit. But everything comes at a cost. The issue is that with you being under, shall we say, his spyglass, if you will, he's not going to pick it when you necessarily have a better alternative than to take him up on an offer. You understand?
He's gonna try and force our hand.
Maybe not that far. I don't know enough about him to say that, but potentially. Or he just is going to wait for the right moment to be when he binds you into whatever fucking... So, excuse my language.
When we're desperate is what she's saying.
Yeah. Wait, actually, no. You're an adult, right? She says, looking down at Quill.
I am adult, yes.
Okay, I can. Okay, good. I'm used to keeping my city talk a little bit to a minimum against people I think are youngins, but I won't check. Now, I'd just suggest being very, very vigilant. Try not to give him a reason.
Well, appreciate the sage advice, Gammy. But I might need to trouble you with one more detail.
Sure,
Miranda.
what can I do?
Rather small request. You see, we've just gone ahead and registered ourselves as an adventuring company. Got a charter and everything, written in the same style of that one requisition we dealt with in Neverwinter. You know, kind of ironclad, profit-based, but at the same time, good public relations. And we're hoping to potentially open up a bank account, maybe get a line of credit. I feel like your contacts would really come in handy here. Someone to grease the wheels, as they say.
Line of credit to get yourselves established, essentially, is what you're asking for.
Very much so.
Come back to me tomorrow. I'll let you know when I'm able to get you. I'll have to try and talk to a couple of people. I haven't talked to in a while, but I think we can at least get something. Don't be expecting a lot of money up front, though. People go based off reputation.
Well, we'll take whatever we can get, but we gotta start somewhere.
She nods.
And finally, I take it that the loft upstairs is no longer available.
That would be correct, sugar.
But I suppose we could try to stay at the elf song. Or is there something else you might recommend for my companions here? You know what my tastes are.
Richer than you can afford? Of course.
Always.
Now, elf song is decent pricing, but admittedly, I'd say that they're a little bit overpriced. There is one that is a dark ship called the Low Lantern, not too far from here, actually. They have what's called a captain's deck that you can actually specifically order. Costs you about 2 gold a night per person. But the lodgings are exemplary, and they're also very, very accommodating. she just leaves it at that, but you see a small little grin come out as she says the word accommodating.
Holkar gives her a blank
Then-
look.
What does that mean?
Jack. Well, that means that they probably owe Gammy a solid.
And she just kind of like shrugs, and she says, "Never know." All right. So yeah, the place that she seems to be recommending is the Low Lantern Inn, which is right here.
Oh, that captain's deck does sound interesting. And
That
it
sounds
reminds
cute.
me-
It's like a little boat tavern. I like that.
Yeah, it reminds me of the bloated float from Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Oh no, is it gonna sail off too?
Hopefully not.
I will say there's several anchors that keep it in, mostly because they want to keep it very stable and not like shifting in the water, so that people don't get people can enjoy it without getting seasick.
What do you guys think? I'm for it.
I've heard good things. Might as well.
This is pricey for me, but if the rest are going, I guess I can come along.
We can just bill it to someone else. We're a company now.
Well, we can't just build things to anyone.
We're not
just-
that.
You mean we still have to pay for stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sugar. The world is full of instances where you are gonna have to pony up the cash. It's just how you come up with the money. She says as she pinches your cheek gently and kind of wiggles it a little bit.
He just kind of giggles a little bit.
She reminds me of my grandma.
I doubt it.
I like Gammy.
Well, thank you for your time and hospitality, Gammy. I will be in touch tomorrow. See what you can do about our little business dealing.
And she nods her head and kind of bows a little bit and says, "Will do. Now, please don't be strangers."
Okay.
It was nice meeting you, Gammy. Thank you for
Yes.
the information.
Very nice meeting you.
It was lovely meeting you.
Do you want me to get the sign on the way out?
And says, "Oh, please do. But can't keep customers from coming in now, can I?"
I mean, technically, yes, but probably not a good look for business.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to say anything.
Sif just bows again to Gammy and blows her some kisses and heads out.
Alrighty.
On the way out, Alcar flips the sign and then waves to Gammy before leaving.
She waves back.
Have a good day, Mrs.
Bye
Gammy.
now. You hear from her.
It's easy to see where she gets it.
Bye, Gammy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Uh,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
As soon as they get out of the what's it called?
Chop.
Gammy's
Yeah,
gears.
as soon as they get out of Gammy's gears, Quill turns to Lyra. Sorry, not Lyra, Civ, and just says, "She was very endearing and a very lovely woman, but at the same time, I'm very low key terrified of her."
Probably a good
Gammy.
thing.
Terrifying. Wait, Lyra, did you say something? I feel like I missed you.
Oh, I was just saying, probably a good instinct.
Well, I hope that was enlightening for all of you, and thanks for indulging me. I
I can
couldn't not visit that woman.
I see where
She
you
would
get
have
your
it.
charm.
Sure.
Alright, so you all make your way to the lowland. upon getting there, you all so you actually get kind of noticed immediately as you walk towards it, and one of them says, "Coming from Gammy's Gears."
That's right. What of it?
Well, and you see you see him like walk over and grabs a key, and he says, "One night for your entire party, already paid in advance for the captain's deck."
Wow.
Nice.
That woman looks
Sif just shakes her
fast.
head. Oh, trust me, she'll make us pay for it one way or another. Me, at least.
Yeah, why is it that I'm just imagining in the back of like Siv's mind, all they're hearing is Gammy going, "Oh ho!"
Alcar goes, "Oh, I can think of a way to pay her back," and he winks, but in his head, he's imagining like carrying crates for her or doing like manual labor around the shop.
Sif just looks horrified.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Then she just says in Elvish, "Some people's kids," and walks away.
What about kids? What?
So you all are brought in. It is pretty much imagine like a very large room with multiple beds, all of very nice quality, and a complimentary bottle of wine.
Ooh.
Wow. This is quite
Wow, the
fancy.
sumptuous interior. You're right, it really is.
But how soft is the bed?
Okay.
I'll be right back. Give me like 10 seconds. I gotta let the dog into the other room.
Sif would just pour herself a drink and then array herself on a fainting couch or something.
So,
Where the hell did that fainting couch come from?
So, I'm thinking
Sorry
that
about
this. No, you're good. I'm thinking that this is a not too bad place for us to end for today.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Because we're now at a tavern, good place for RP campfire. Just hang out for like a couple minutes after game, everybody. If you don't mind.
Sure.
But with that though, this has been Game Day Hype. Our adventurers are well into Baldur's Gate with quite the entry.
Fun. Hey.
So-
Bye.
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 Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye.